This is question number 11 from test number 3. Use the method of variation of parameters to solve the initial value problem. And for this problem, we are given the following. We have f of t, we have initial value condition, and we have also this matrix EAT. So there are a few steps that you have to take to solve the following system. We cannot create a fundamental matrix. What we are given is EAT, and what you have to do with this is you're going to do the following steps. EAT is given to you, then you are going to find EA negative t. So you're going to substitute negative t for all the t's. And that's how you find the inverse for it. Then you are going to multiply this, which is going to be negative AT. You're going to multiply this by f of t. So then you multiply f of t by that. Then you are going to evaluate this integral with respect to s. So all you have to do is change all the t's to s, and then evaluate it from 0 to t. This is with respect to s. So then we are going to evaluate it from 0 to t. Once we are done with that, then we are going to do the following. To find x of t, we are going to multiply x AT by x sub 0. We are going to multiply x AT by the result of that. And that is going to be our solution. So these are the steps we have to take. So first, we are going to substitute t, negative t for all of these. We are going to get e to the power minus at is equal to 1 plus 2 times negative t becomes 1 minus 2t. This one, we have negative t. We substitute negative t becomes positive t. We substitute negative t here, we get negative 4t. We substitute negative t here, we get 1 minus 2 minus t. Negative, negative makes that 1 plus 2t. Once we have found a to negative at, we are going to multiply it by f of t. So multiply this by f of t. And f of t is 8 and 2. So we multiply this row by this column. That times 8, 8 times 8 times 1 minus 2t is going to be 8 minus 16t. Then we multiply 2 by t and add it. Next, we are going to go to the next row and do the same thing. This row, multiply 8 by negative 4, you get negative 32t, and 2 times 1 plus 2t, which is positive 2 and 4t. We add, collect like terms, we get 8 minus 14t. And here we get negative 32 and 40 is negative 28. Negative 28t, and then we have a 2. So now we are going to write this in terms of s and evaluate it from 0t. And this is going to be 8 minus 14 s divided by 2 minus 28 s, and we find the integral with respect to s. So this is going to be 8s minus, we are going to add 1 to the exponent, becomes 14s to the power 2 divided by 2, and this one becomes 2s, and this one becomes 28s to the power 2 divided by 2. We have to evaluate it from 0 to t. So when I substitute t, all of them are going to become letter t. When we substitute 0, we just get 0, because 2 times 0, 8 times 0, 14 over 2 times 0, and so forth. So we get 0. The only thing we are left with is 8t. 14 divided by 2 is 7. T squared. 2t minus 14t squared. So, and the next step over here is, let's do this also. Let's multiply xat by x sub 0. So let me go and clean up this here. I don't need those. I have to multiply this by that, 8 and 4. So we multiply this by 8 and 4. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16t. 4 times negative t is negative 4t. We're going to multiply this row by 8 and 4. 4 times 8 is 32t. And 1 times 4 is 4. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8t. So let's see what we have here. I'm just going to add them. This is going to be, I'm just going to keep track of here, 12t and plus 8. And this is going to be 32, take away 8 is 24t plus 4. So this is EAT times matrix X at 0. I also have to multiply this one by EAT. I have to multiply this one by EAT. So I have EAT times this integral. That's what I'm trying to find. So EAT is 1 plus 2t let me just write it here. 1 plus 2t, 4t minus t, and 1 minus 2t. That's our EAT. Then I have to multiply it by 8t minus 7t squared, 2t minus 14t squared. The product of these two, then I'm going to add it to this one. So let's find the answer first. I multiply this by this and this one by that. So 1 plus 2t I have 1 plus 2t times 8t minus 7t squared. So 1 times anything is itself. 2 times 8 is 16t squared. 2 times that is minus 14t. So I get let me multiply negative t as well. So I have to multiply negative t by 2t minus 14t squared. That is going to be negative 2t squared positive 14t. And now I just have to collect like terms here. So 14 and negative 14 cancel each other. I have these three are like terms. Negative and negative add, I get negative 9t squared. 16 and minus 9 is going to be 7. I get 7t squared. And then I have a plus 8t. So I multiply that by this, multiply that by that, and then I added them. Then we are going to do the same thing. We are going to multiply this by this. So 4t times that, and this one times that. So 4t times 8t is going to be 32t squared. 4t times negative 7 is negative 28t cubed. Then I'm going to multiply 1 by this, which is just going to be itself. I'm going to multiply negative 2t by 2t, which is negative 4t squared. Negative times negative is positive, 28t to the power 3. Again, these are gone. And then these are like terms. I have minus 14 and minus 4 is minus 18. 32 and subtract 18. I get negative 14. T to the power 2. And then plus 2t. So okay, now I just found this piece. I want this piece and this piece to be added. I have 12t plus 8, 24t plus 4. I want to add it to 7t squared plus 8t minus 14t squared plus 2t. So the like terms are, these two are like terms. And these two are like terms. This is minus 14t squared. So 12 and 8 is going to be 20. Let me just write my constant ones. This is 8 and 4 plus. Then I'm going to add 12 and 18, which is 20. Then I'm adding 24 and 2, which is 26. And that is a t. Plus. Let me just make this a little bit smaller so I can fit everything right here. So I'm going to put 8 and 4 that don't have t, plus then I'm going to have a column for the ones that have t, which is 20 and 26. And then the last column is going to be for the t squared, which is 7 and negative 14. Was it negative 14 or I had a positive 28? I think this was positive 28 because when I multiplied that, this was positive. It's my mistake. This is positive. Oops, positive 14. Because if I backtrack, when I multiply this, I get 1 times, that is 2t minus 14t squared. A negative times negative is negative 4t squared, but negative times negative is positive 28t squared. And I had to multiply 4t by these guys, which is 32t, and 42 times that, negative 28t cubed. This is cubed. They were canceling each other. Then when I have 34 minus these guys, I get positive 14t squared. I made a mistake there. So anyways, that is the final answer.